every genre of music has like its own individual language. When I'm thinking about students learning, some of it you can get from your peers, but a lot of it has to come from somebody who's already been there. You know, sometimes when you sit down with older people and you listen to them talk about their lives and experiences, like, you don't necessarily have to engage in the conversation. Part of it is just you being there and hearing what they have to say. There was a time when I was just learning that my pops wouldn't even let me sit in at the session. I was still learning. I wasn't ready to like sit in and play. I think that even for a student sometimes, realizing that part of the thing is just going and listening. One way I started looking at this was, okay, so I can just play B major, B minor, resolve B minor to E flat.
Okay.
Sometimes I'll use like that, but it's just implying, but then it just becomes like implying the sharp 11 over G.
I used to hate this tune.
Really?
Now I like it.
Yeah. We've all been there as far as learning new stuff, the frustrations that go along with it. But when you see someone who's actually focused, when they really stick with it, and then in a month or two they come back and it's like, oh man, that sounds really good. You see them get excited too.
I feel like that was pretty cool. Like I was going, I'm not trying to be cool, but you know, it's like, I'm trying to get those sounds.
Yeah, it's getting there.
Honestly, it's pretty special for me. He is such a great teacher. He's changed the way that I like take in this music. It's like a hang almost, but a hang where you're still getting stuff done. You still have like an objective. At UO, we have some of the best ensemble programs that you can be a part of.
Just so we are all on the same page, we're going to start with Heartland Radio.
All these lessons can be taken into these different avenues of playing. Keith is a part of my sound already, and he will always be that.
It's not even just an exercise. Like I find when I'm watching some of the best people I ever watch, it's like for an instant they give you a glimpse into how deep their knowledge really is. For like just a window for a second, you see the craziest thing you've ever seen, and it's like they can always do that. When I'm watching Keith play in a lesson of just trying to absorb all the dense playing that he has, so packed full of information, the technical side he has covered and also the musical side is like, I just want to have that much of an individual voice, so formulated, so strongly constructed. But live, you just see him go and he's so natural up there. It's such beautiful, such complicated music, but it's also very accessible. I think one of the things about Keith is that he can take all of these technical approaches, and at the end of the day, it's just expressive.
I don't think that I could ever teach someone how to play in here. It's like the only way that you're gonna really learn how to play is to go out there and play. It's good to play with your peers because you learn a lot that way. Man, I feel like generationally, everyone has different influences as far as the things that kind of really speak to you and that you kind of feel in your soul. But if there's not anyone there who's been there to show you the way, then you don't really have a gauge for what you're doing. You know what I mean? I feel like if I get up there and play with you, or just anybody else who has a certain experience, really on a different level, it's like, oh, that's what that's supposed to sound like. I get it. Learning it in here and actually getting it to the point to where it touches people. I think that that's what happens when you go outside and actually play, is you start to really learn how to get your emotions across so that you can touch somebody else.